Every bottle of Rotari is a world just waiting to be discovered. In the heart of the Italian Dolomites, nature still marks the passing of our time. The mountain microclimates of the peaks and valleys of Trentino create the perfect conditions for growing the finest grapes. Day after day, all year long, the vineyards are passionately tended to by generations of vine growers, working alongside skilled agronomists to guarantee the highest quality product while safeguarding and respecting the environment. Each year, entire families play their part in the process by harvesting the best grapes by hand. Carrying the grapes to the winery is merely the prelude to an ancient and lengthy production method that culminates in a sparkling wine whose crisp and elegant aromas and fragrances bring out the very best of this wonderfully unique region. One bottle of Rotari contains up to 20 cru obtained from vineyards located in areas particularly suited to growing vines, as well as from a number of different vine growers. Achieving a balance-based wine is a challenge for every enologist. A challenge which our winemakers face by meticulous sampling of the dozens of wines kept in the barrels and tanks where the first fermentation of the must takes place. Rotari Trento DOC is characterized by two grape varieties, Chardonnay from white grapes and Pinot Noir from red grapes. Indeed, an infinite number of combinations are possible, depending on the position, elevation and exposure of the vineyards, as well as on harvesting time and vintage. It is only after a long series of tastings that our enologists painstakingly assemble the desired cuvée to reflect the unique character of Rotari. The base wine stored in the steel tank still lacks one very important ingredient: yeast. These precious microorganisms are added to the base wine along with a sugar solution. At this point, the cuvée of still wines has not yet been transformed into a sparkling Rotari. The magic of the Metodo Classico takes place inside the bottle, with the second fermentation of the wine through the action of the yeast. Taking centre stage here are the elegant champagnotte bottles themselves. Made of thick green glass, these bottles are able to withstand the high pressure of sparkling wine. Once filled, the bottles are sealed with a stopper, known as a bidule, which is held in place with a crown cork. Each bottle becomes a fermentation tank, and the wine contained inside the bottle is a story unto itself. In the wine cellar, the bottles are stored horizontally and kept at a constant temperature of between 11 and 14 degrees. It is within this controlled environment that the second fermentation takes place. During this stage, the yeast transforms the sugars present into alcohol and carbon dioxide, giving the wine its characteristic bubbles. The process takes 2 months to complete and produces more than 6 atmospheres of pressure in the bottle. However, a great deal more patience is needed until the elegant and persistent perlage of Rotari is obtained. In the darkness of the wine cellar, the aging process continues for years, during which time the yeast continues to release precious aromatic notes into the wine. When the sparkling wine reaches the correct maturation, the champagne bottles are rotated and lightly shaken, a process known as remuage or riddling. This mechanized process involves removing the bottles from their racks, rotating them, and gradually turning them upside down to a vertical position. Rotating the bottles by 1/8 of a turn each time moves the lees to the neck of the bottle, where they are deposited in the bidule. After 10 days, the wine becomes crystal clear. Freezing the neck of the bottles traps the lees inside a small area of frozen wine. At this point, the crown cap is removed, and the pressure that has built up inside the bottle expels the lees concentrated inside the plug of ice in the bidule. All that is left to do is to replace the portion removed in the disgorgement by topping up the bottle with a mixture of wine and sugar, known as the liqueur d'expédition. In this final stage, our enologists draw on a reserve that has also matured in barrique barrels, a secret blend that gives Rotari its unmistakable style. A brut or extra brut sparkling wine will result, depending on the sugar content. On the other hand, the pas dosé, or zero sugar dosage, is topped up only with the wine itself. The champagne bottles are then topped with the cork stopper and wire cage. However, still more time is required to stabilize the wine and achieve a balanced taste. Then, and only then, can Rotari release the magic it has guarded for so long.